All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Psychology Department's senior celebration for the class of 2021. I will be your virtual MC, Dr. T. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but it sounds kind of good. Before we begin, just a little bit of a Zoom orientation. Little Zoom etiquette here for our meeting. First of all, for those of you who don't know, you can mute and unmute yourself in the top right of the video of yourself. Please keep yourself muted unless you're speaking. You can view full screen by maximizing the window, and then there's a couple of different views. You can use either speaker view or gallery view, depending on whether or not you want to mainly see the speaker or everyone else in the meeting. Please be prepared for your spotlight, students, because at certain points we're going to spotlight you, and you'll get a little notification on your screen that the spotlight's on you. It simply means that your video will be pushed to the top of the meeting. We ask that if you're able to put your webcams on, since, you know, in the real world, when we're at a ceremony, we all can see each other. So let's try to, make it as much of a ceremony as possible. And with that, I will give it to Dr. Yost for introductory remarks.
Thank you, Anthony, and welcome to everyone. I'll keep my remarks relatively brief so we can get things moving. But again, we welcome everyone, and what comes to mind when I think about this graduating class and the past year is if there's anything that this class has demonstrated, its resilience. This has been a hell of a year. A lot of bad things have happened, from pandemics to tragedy and losses. People dealing with mental health issues and physical issues. And we also have lost 2 faculty through retirement. This class has accomplished a lot. It's a very good class. Every year when we meet to discuss, who will be winning the different awards, this year was unique in that we really had trouble distinguishing our very top students, and it's unprecedented with the number of students who have won the DiCaprio Award, which will come later in the presentation. But I think it's a testament to just how strong this class was. Unfortunately, I think it was something that was, pushed along by the pandemic, but 2 faculty members in psychology have retired. Back in August, Dr. Abdul Imam decided to retire, and I think that decision was driven by COVID and the fact that his family was in Nigeria. He has a very young son, and his wife were in Nigeria, and he hadn't seen them in a year, and he didn't anticipate being able to see them, and he had a very small window into which to get back to Nigeria, which he took advantage of, and he retired from the university after 18 years of service. Dr. Imam had joined us in September of 2000. His degree was in behavioral analysis, and for those of you who are familiar with Dr. Imam, he was just a very kind, gentle person. As chair, one of the things I do is I review the student evaluations of faculty each year. And if there were 2 words that kept coming up in Dr. Imam's student evaluations, were that he was kind, and also that he was just the word sweet man cropped up several times. And so when looking at evaluations, I always look for commonalities, and those two things really came out. Our second retirement, which took place in December, was the retirement of Dr. Elizabeth Swenson. Dr. Swenson is still teaching for us as emeritus. If you're wondering, Elizabeth, the dean told me that the provost is finally getting around to officially signing the paperwork, so your emeritus status will be official shortly. Elizabeth was a 46-year member of the John Carroll University faculty. She began her career teaching child development, served 8 years as department chair, and somewhere along the way during those 46 years, she picked up a law degree. She also directed the Career Center, was the pre-law and Fulbright advisor on campus. And within the department, she created the forensic psychology concentration and the forensic psychology minor. In 2010, Dr. Swenson was honored with the JCU Distinguished Faculty Award. And that is the highest honor given to faculty at John Carroll University. In addition, during her career at JCU, Dr. Swenson led the IRB, Career Center, Assessment Committee, and as I mentioned, she was a pre-law and Fulbright advisor. Professionally, Dr. Swenson was very active in APA, including the APA Committee on Ethics, and she is one of the authors of the current Ethical Principles of Psychologists and Code of Ethics. Dr. Swenson was also very active in the Ohio Psychological Association, and she chaired the OPA Ethics Committee. She was also active in the Society of the Teaching of Psychology, including being the editor of the journal Teaching of Psychology. I hope to see Elizabeth continue to contribute to our faculty in the classroom, but her plan is to move to Oberlin, Ohio, where she plans to study art history at Oberlin College and practice some law in the area of housing law at a legal clinic. Elizabeth, she's in attendance today. Thank you for your many years of high level of service to the university, our students, and the whole community.
Thank you.
All right. Yes, definitely, Elizabeth, you will be missed, although you're still going to be around, which is great for us and the students. So next up on our agenda is a survey that we had some students, some graduating seniors take. We sent them a survey or questionnaire asking them how well they knew their faculty. This was basically set up like a trivia where, you know, there were different facts, fun facts, and then they had to pick which faculty member the fun fact went with. So this was, there was 36 questions and 36 possible points. We had 9 seniors respond, and we'll get to the winners in a moment. The average correct those 36 questions was 9. We thought it would be fun to go through a few of these faculty trivia points. First, one of the first questions on the survey was, who hiked the Camino de Santiago from the French Pyrenees to the ocean in 2018 so that they could say they walked over 500 miles to go to the beach? That was Dr. Chavez. Another trivia question, who is double jointed and can dislocate a shoulder? That one was Dr. Masterson. Next one, who has had 24 rats living in their garage and who bought a plastic swimming pool for said rats? That was Dr. Ben Porith. And then who wore Ohio State gear nearly every day to work at the University of Michigan Hospital for a year-long internship. That is Dr. Frazier. And then finally, who won several boating awards for sailing? You might be surprised to know that that was Dr. Murphy. So those were some of the more interesting trivia facts. Also, in terms of alumni of JCU, there were several possible answers there. Because I think like a third of our department faculty are alumni of John Carroll. We just couldn't stay away from this place. There was an administrative assistant trivia question. Who was the best administrative assistant at JCU in the eyes of the psychology faculty? And of course, that was Miss Ruta Marino. Although really, we should have updated this question to be who is the best administrative assistant at JCU, bar none, because Miss Marino earned the Administrative Assistant of the Year award a couple weeks ago at John Carroll.
Can I add something to that, Anthony?
Absolutely.
I just found out today that they will be announcing that award also at commencement. So if the students and the faculty who are present at commencement, make sure we give Ruta a really loud cheer for all the great work she has done since for all the years she's been with us and for the 4 years that she's been with the students.
Absolutely. Then there was the question, who crashed into the campus gate? And this one was funny, not only because of who did it, but who students thought did it. It was Dr. Kanda who had done this, although by far the top guesses were not Dr. Kanda, it was Dr. Masterson and Dr. Ben Porath. So that was the trivia. The winners, we had 3 people tied for second place: Riley, Napoleon,
What
Gabriella, and Gina Talerco. You all tied for second. And then first place was Megan Canfora. Congratulations to all of you. You know us pretty well.
Are there any prizes or just bragging rights here?
I mean, I don't know.
Wait, can I like graduate with honors or like what are we saying here?
Right.
It's an extra
Okay.
cord at graduation.
Oh yeah, because I have zeros. Like I could use that extra one, you know?
Yeah, put on your CV that you won
Yeah.
the faculty trivia. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and so that is it for faculty trivia. The next part of the program are senior highlights, and I'll have Dr. Masterson introduce those.
Well, I love seeing all your faces. Some of you, it's been too long, like Gina, I haven't seen you in a while. So proud of you, seniors. I'm sad that we're not in person, but I'm gonna be there cheering your butts on at the actual graduation. So I'll be hoarse. So senior highlights, I love this. I'm gonna introduce our sort of like your highlights, right? What you guys have done, it's amazing. All of the amazing, I keep saying amazing, all of the accomplishments that you've had, all of the service hours that you've accrued, your where you're going in your next life. I'm so excited for you all. Please always keep in touch with us. I do something like this in my classes, so I think it seems fitting that we're gonna kind of do it now. So again, digest. Our jobs are so amazing. They never feel like jobs when we get to work with students like you guys. So we are always here for you. We hope we've supported you as best we can along the way, and we will continue to be there to, celebrate your accomplishments. So always keep sending us, what you're up to as things continue to, lead you down your path. So let's get started without further ado.
I hope the days come easy and the moments pass slow, and each road leads you where you wanna go. And if If you're faced with a choice and you have to choose, I hope you choose the one that means the most to you. And if one door opens to another door closed, I hope you keep on walking till you find the window. If it's cold outside, show the world the warmth of your smile. But more than anything, more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. I hope you never look back, but you never forget all the ones who love you in the place you left. I hope you always forgive and you never regret, and you help somebody every chance you get. Oh, you find God's grace in every mistake and always give more than you take. But more than anything, yeah, more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my My wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. This is my wish. I hope you know somebody loves you. May all your dreams stay big. You can get lost in the music for hours, honey. You can get lost in a room. We can play music for hours and hours, but the sun will still be coming up soon. The world's just spinning a little too fast. If things don't slow down soon, we might not last. So just for a moment, let's be still. You can get lost in the for a moment, let's be still. Just 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 for a moment, let's be still. Hope when you take that jump, you don't feel the fall. Hope when the water rises, you build a wall. Hope when the crowd screams out, you're screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. Hope that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. The only way you can know, you give it all you had. And I hope that you don't suffer, but take the pain. Hope when the moment comes, you'll say, I swear I lived. Hope that you spend your days, but they all add up. And when that sun goes down, hope you raise your cup. Oh, I wish that I could witness all your joy and all your pain. But until my moment comes, I'll say, I did it all. without you, I'm something weak. You got me begging, begging, I'm on my knees. I don't wanna be needing your love, I just wanna be deep in your love, and it's killing me when you're away. Oh baby, 'cause I really don't care where you are, I just wanna be there where you are, and I gotta get one little taste. Your sugar, yes please, won't you come and put it down on me? I'm right here, 'cause I need little love and little sympathy. Yeah, you show me good loving, make it alright. Need a little sweetness in my life. Your sugar, yes please, won't you come and put it down on me? Hey, my broken pieces, you pick them up. Don't leave me hanging, hanging, come give me some. When I'm without you, I'm so insecure. You are the one thing I'm living for. I wanna be needing your love, I just wanna be deep in your love, and it's killing me when you're away. Oh baby, 'cause I really don't care where you are, I just wanna be there where you are, and I gotta get one little taste. Your sugar, yes please, won't you come and put it down on me? I'm right here, 'cause I need little love and little sympathy. Yeah, you show me good loving, make it alright. Need a little sweetness in my life. Your sugar, yes please, won't you come and put it down on me? Yeah, I want that red velvet, I want that sugar sweet. Don't let nobody touch it unless that somebody's me. I gotta be a man, there ain't no other way. 'Cause girl, you're hotter than a Southern California day. I don't wanna play no games, you don't gotta be afraid. Don't give me all that shy shit, no makeup on, that's my sugar. Yes please, come and put it down on me. I'm right here, 'cause I need little love and little sympathy. So baby, just show me good loving, make it alright. Need a little sweetness, yeah, my life. Sugar, yes please, won't you come and put it down on me? Down on me. Yes please, come and put it down on me. Right here, I need little sympathy. You show me good loving, make it alright. Need a little sweetness in my life. Sugar, yes please, won't you come and put it down on me? Down on me,
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, I like the waves. I'll rise up in spite
All right. So if that doesn't bring a tear to your eye, I don't know what will. Um, Up next, we have the Applied Psychology Awards, and this will be presented by Dr. Young.
Hi, and I'm glad to have you all with us. One of the things I'd like to say about this award, you can read the description of the award. It's given to students who have a substantial contribution in their practicum placements. But one of the things I'd like to say about it, and maybe something we don't say enough to you as students, is that the feedback we get from the community about your work is often phenomenal. So we send you out to all sorts of agencies and organizations. And the thing that we are the most proud of is that when you show up ready to work. Even if you don't have a plan when you get there, if you're not sure about, what it is you want to do, how you can contribute, it doesn't take you very long to figure it out and then to follow through. And I can't tell you how impressive you are. And I just want to give you a way of understanding how much your contribution means. I did not tell him that I was going to do this, but I'm going to embarrass Dr. T just a little bit, because the one thing I remember about him when I was a faculty member and he was still a student, that's how long I've been here, is that he was also an Applied Psychology Award winner. He was one of those individuals who went into an agency that needed a lot of help. And as you can tell from your own experiences with him, that's exactly what he did. He turned an agency around just by giving his time. And a lot of you have done the same. So I will go through the list of award winners. And what I would ask is that if any of you are feeling generous and would like to share with us what you've done by way of helping our community partners, we would love to hear from you so that you can then become motivation, the people who motivate the students who come after you. So as we move through the list, and if I get your name wrong, I am very sorry. It's more likely to happen than not, but here we go. Erin Ahern, Emily Barney, Megan Canfora, Kaylee Capron, Sydney Dulrick, Sophia DeBacco, Sarah Domino, Gabriella Gamboa, Jamie Gatesman, Bethany Jewell, Riley Justice, Lily Kruger, Nicole Kapusky, Riley Napoleon, Peyton Nicolosi, Shannon O'Mara, Isabel Penna, Thora Reagan, Catherine Sattler, Sophia Stamaton, and Gina Tellerico. Thank you for everything you've done. You've walked into those agencies. You've held yourselves to a high standard, and that's the feedback we often get, is just how hard you work to contribute to help your organizations. If a couple of you would like to speak up, tell us what you did, where you were, and maybe even what you got out of it. We'd love to hear from you.
Don't make me call on you. I know who you are and what you did.
Oh, I can share something.
Yeah.
So I was at Rainbow Babies and Children's for 2 hospitalized child practicums, and I'm still actually volunteering there now. And I had such a great time there, and I was also able to volunteer with them in the fall during the pandemic, which was so unique. And so we were not allowed to get within 6 feet of a patient, and it was just like a day by day adventure. But it was so much fun that there were not a lot of volunteers able to be at the hospital, but we could drop things off to them in their rooms or create like virtual programs. There's a video of me standing in the snow making snow ice cream that's like on the Rainbow YouTube channel. And it was just like a really cool way to be creative. And just like the relationships that I've gotten to build there. I know Riley was at Rainbow too for a while, and we both got to push around Skittles, the fish on a cart, and it was really fun. And so it was just a really cool way to like be creative, especially during the pandemic, and like to be there during a medical crisis and to like still see just like the joy that the kids had was just like really special. And yeah, I had a great time.
How about one more, at least two for each one? Come on. I can pick on you. Maybe like Gina, Thora. I'm trying to think of people who are here. Is Thora here though? I don't know if Thora's here. Gina, who else?
I can speak. So yeah, I never did like a full practicum, but I did a lot of service through service learning classes. So I was at Youth Ability, Noble Elementary, and Warner Girls Leadership Academy. So I would just say through all of my experiences, I just love weekly service. It was so much fun. And I really enjoyed being able to apply what I was learning in the classroom truly to what I was doing at service. And it was such a cool connection to have. And I would say as well, through my service experiences, I was really able to distinguish what I wanted to do with my career. So it was just another great outlet, not only just to learn things in the classroom to help people, but also just kind of figure out my path. So I really enjoyed all my experiences through the psychology department.
Gina was also a teaching assistant in experimental design on top of all that service, and that applied work is great. I mean, I know at least in my classes, I'm sure it's also true for Tom in 301. You guys are a lot of help as teaching assistants. It actually is a tremendous help, and you do great work. All of the TAs who were selected for this award.
I'd just like to add one other thing to the award winners. Thank you for doing such a great job at your placement sites. That benefits students moving forward. The reason that places are willing and they even contact us to have students go there is they've had good experiences with our students in the past. So your good work not only benefits the organization you were working with, but it benefits our program and future students. So thank you.
And Dr. Yost stole my thunder a little bit. I think that's a great comment. Just a reminder that your hard work is opening doors, because I can tell you in meeting with community partners, they are sometimes holding positions for John Carroll students because the work that you do is so phenomenal. You are setting a high bar for everyone who follows. So I just wanted to take a moment to thank you for that.
Excellent. So next up on the agenda, we have the Service Recognition Awards, and this will be presented by Dr. Masterson.
One quick technological question, Anthony. Are you going to forward them, or like, because I don't have the name? You know, like
Yes.
Sherry seem to have the names. If you forward them, I'll say them.
Okay.
But I want to say, this is, I'm really proud to present these awards. I'm always astounded by all of the amazing things that you guys do, find time to do, or sometimes forced to do, in addition to all of your roles as, a college student, and, and all of your other relationships. It's really amazing. And I see the growth in you guys. And it's exactly why I love John Carroll. And I think we all also owe, just a reminder of how amazing the Center for Service and Social Action is. I know some of you do your own service, but it's really enabled you guys to do this. And I sort of suspect that this is what helps you guys be so successful. You have all these experiences under your belt, but I'm always so proud of my students and what you're doing out there. And it's always sort of like what Sherry said. I mean, in my world where you work a lot in my classes and do service learning with children or individuals with developmental disabilities, you guys are like rock stars to them. But I don't think that's just by coincidence. I think it's because of who you are, what you bring. You sort of know and understand that, it's service alongside others, not service like to, or, to others, or doing things to, like in a very hierarchical way. You guys are kind of there to be in solidarity, and it really shows. And I think even psych students, I'm biased, but I think they're even more aware and more sensitive to these things. So again, just I'm really excited to give these awards, and there's probably going to be a ton of you because a lot of you do this great stuff, and it doesn't diminish what you do. It's just amazing. So without further ado, Anthony's going to forward them for me. So Aaron, again, congrats. Emily, I'm just going to do first names because like why butcher anyone's name? Matt, oh, Matt Bins. Yeah. Okay. Matt, Brianna, Ellie or Elizabeth, Olivia, she's doing service in my class right now. Good for her. Megan, beautiful job. Haley, Sid, where is Sid? Sophia again. Sarah Domino. Catherine Duarte. Oh, I said I wouldn't do last name, so I won't. Jamie. Lydia. MK. Alexis. See, we're only on the H's. I told you there'd be a lot. Bethany. Riley. Riley J. Haley. Nicole. Hannah. Hannah. That's what I call her. Oh, Catherine, my California girl. Amy. Sam. Riley N. Riley Napoleon. Shannon. Charlie. Daniela. Thora, Anna, Kat Sattler, Anna Smiley, Sophia, Gina, Christina. Might be it. That's a lot. I'd love for some of you to share an experience, maybe at least two of you, and I'll leave pressure on. What was something that was really, a meaningful service opportunity that you guys got involved in? Anyone?
I can say something.
Great.
I'm in the Arube Scholars Program, and then also CSSA. They both do such a great job encouraging students to get involved with service. I know I personally went on an immersion and then also was an immersion leader actually during COVID. So it was really interesting and different than we've ever done before. But all the experiences that I've had at JCU have really shaped me as a person and then what I want to do in the future. So I'm grateful for that.
Oh, thanks. That's awesome. What a great experience too. That's awesome that you went there. Really neat. It's hard to like it. These things change your like worldview. It's really cool. I want one more at least. You guys are amazing.
I can talk a little bit. One of the classes I took with Dr. T was his Psychology of Addiction course, and it was a service learning class. And I know the placement that I was at was St. Vincent Charity Medical Center, and it was like their campus downtown, and we would go once a week, and we were able to sit in on like the detox unit and just hear these people's stories and kind of like be in solidarity with them, how you said before, Dr. Masterson. But it was just a really unique experience, something different from the other service learning experiences I've had at John Carroll, but something that I think was really beneficial for me to see and experience. And it really helped also like bolster the things we were learning in class.
Oh, thanks so much. No, it's really cool. I, again, and it, as a teacher who kind of assigns service learning, like I know it takes a lot of effort, and I know it's a lot of, kind of messy, but you guys make a huge difference. And I hope you kind of reflect on your time here and how much, just how many things you've done to make a difference in the world when you sometimes listen to the news and it's so depressing. Like, I think some of the work that you guys have done really provides a lot of hope and optimism. So thanks, and hope you continue that after you leave. So congrats, guys.
And we have some more time. If anyone else would like to talk about their experiences, I'm going to nominate someone. Anna Smiley's here. Can you talk about
Oh,
your
Anna.
service experience?
Yeah. So I was president of Labra, and Dr. T knows that probably because every Friday in 301, there would be some kind of crisis concerning Labra, and I'd say, I just have to send an email real quick, just 1 second, I'll be there. But it was something that I really was able to connect with, and really drove me to, you know, have a passion for serving others, and it really defined my life here at John Carroll. And Curae Personalis is something that John Carroll really pushes, which is care for the whole person. And I think that Labra embodies care for the whole person, just beyond yourself caring. And it was something that was really special. And you guys should do it. The alumni can go. It's fun.
Yeah, it's amazing.
For those of you that don't know, Labra is works with the homeless, and it was interesting because the way I learned about Labra and Anna's involvement was at the very beginning of the shutdown in March. She was doing everything she could to keep that program running, and the only reason it stopped is because the university wouldn't let her, probably because of liability reasons. So very dedicated and definitely a good example of service.
Right. I've seen her there. I've gone with her in full action. It's quite impressive. And to feed that many people and it lasts, I did it with her once or twice. It's like an 6, 7, 8 hour adventure every Friday. I mean, it's not a minor investment. So we appreciate you and the Labra team. Good thing to get involved in for sure. Right.
Thank you.
Okay, so next up, we have the Research Recognition Awards, and these will be presented by Dr. Frazier.
Thanks, Anthony. As a lot of you know, I'm still fairly new to the department as a faculty, and I didn't get a chance to work with all of you in 301, but I'm still unbelievably impressed with the research that people are doing at this level. It's incredible. So I'm sure the faculty will agree with me that it's hard to just choose a few names for this. And it's because you guys make it very hard by doing really cool projects and being involved in research and learning everything that you need to know to be independent in research. So this award is really in recognition of that and your involvement and the ways that you have collaborated with other students and with faculty and done things independently. And it's just incredibly impressive to me as someone who taught back in 2004, 2005 at John Carroll. I can honestly say that the 301 projects, maybe with the exception of Anthony's, who was my student in 301, I'm kidding, but these projects are really stronger, honestly, than they were back then. And maybe my teaching's gotten better, but I think it's probably just that the students are a lot stronger too. And the commitment's really strong. So here's the list of folks who are receiving the Research Recognition Award. Aaron Ahern, Emily Barney, Sophia DeBacco, Jamie Gatesman, Bethany Jewell, Riley Justice, Haley Kovach, Amy Morris, Riley Napoleon, Peyton Nicolosi, Shannon O'Mara, Gina Tallarico, and Christina Weber. So I want to call out Riley and Haley for folks on this list that I have worked with. And I'm sure the list is populated with really great stuff. I really great people. I would love to hear what people's experience has been. I know Dr. Taraskevich and I have talked about this, and the fact that we're just really appreciative as 301 professors, and I'm sure Dr. Yost feels the same way. I bet you Dr. Murphy feels that way as well, that it's the strength of your projects that really separates John Carroll oftentimes from other institutions. And I'm just personally really excited to be a part of that and to be hopefully helpful to you. And I know the rest of the faculty feel that way. If anybody has any specific thoughts about their projects, I'd love to hear them. Again, I'm just really impressed, and thank you guys for all the hard work that you do. I mean, service is really important at John Carroll, obviously, but for those of you that are involved in research, I hope you get the sense that research is an opportunity to contribute as well. It's a different kind of contribution, but it's an important contribution nonetheless.
Can I nominate someone to speak? Shannon, are you here? Maybe
Yeah,
you could talk about your research.
sure. Myself, Dr. Benporath, and Dr. T worked on a project having to do with the eating disorder population and just assessing a lot of assessment, like with anxiety and negative mood regulation. And we were able to get that published in September. So that's really exciting. And then Dr. Yost and I did 401 project together, which was also really exciting. And it's just been a great ride here in terms of research. So thank you so much for all the opportunities, and y'all are great.
How about if we put, I was gonna say we can put Jamie on the spot.
Oh, okay, go for it.
Hi. So there are actually a couple projects I was involved with. Me and Dr. Yost are working on a continuation of a project that Hannah Floss did, and then one that I did in 401, and we're collecting more data for it now. It's on peer pressure as a barrier to reporting date rape. And so we're doing the data analysis for that pretty soon. So we're excited about that. Me and Riley also did a rat project under Dr. Murphy and Dr. Weidman, and it won 2 awards at ECSC, which is pretty exciting. And it was on chronic psychological trauma in rats, and we looked at memory and aggression. So it was a fun project.
Riley Napoleon, how about you?
Me, Riley Napoleon.
Yeah, you.
To be completely honest, my research was done like 2 years ago. But all I remember is it was like an amazing process, and like prior to the class, I did not know how to conduct a research experiment. So I learned a lot, and I don't know, I love my group. Oh my God.
Okay, so we will move next then into the Psi-Chi inductions. And this will be moderated by Dr. Benporath.
All right, thank you, Anthony. So looking at Psi-Chi, what I would like to do is just first congratulate all of you who are being inducted. This is the National Honor Society for Psychology. So this not only means that you have a commitment to the science, but you're also really strong stellar students, because there's an academic requirement in GPA as well. So I just want to congratulate everyone. And I think the general format is we turn this over to our president. So Natalie Larkman, I'm going to give you the controls. So.
Alrighty, hi guys. So I'm just going to start with the induction right away. So members of Psi-Chi, our purpose in meeting here is to induct into Psi-Chi, the International Honor Society in Psychology, 13 persons who are dedicated students in the field of psychology. Vice President, have these persons met the qualifications for membership in the society?
The qualifications of these candidates have been carefully reviewed, and we believe they have demonstrated an active interest in the science of psychology and show promise as indicated by their academic records.
You are about to be inducted into an organization that is international in scope, international in interests, and international in opportunities. Active members are invited to participate not only in the activities of the local chapter, but also in those of the regional and society organization. Before accepting membership into Psi Chi, we invite you to hear its standards and ideals. The mission of Psi Chi is recognizing and promoting excellence in the science and application of psychology. The name of our organization, Psi Chi, represents the two Greek words psych and kairos. Psych suggests scholarship and enrichment of our minds. Therefore, we have chosen as members those whose academic records are outstanding. Kairos stands for fellowship and research. By joining this organization, we work together for achievements in our field through observation, logical thinking, and critical yet tolerant open-mindedness. We accept that a fundamental teaching of psychology is the fact that individuals differ. This means that they have varying interests and motives, and that they may strive for different goals. We look upon our science as a developing effort to understand human nature. With respect to your association of our chapter of Psi Chi, we as members have a right to accept you to attend our meetings, participate in our programs, further the cause of psychology on campus, and adapt the role of loyal alumni in the years ahead. You have heard the aims and ideals of Psi Chi. Do you, as students in the field of psychology, accept its goals and purposes as your own? If so, say I do.
Tanner, did you get my
I
message?
do.
I do.
I do.
I do.
Alrighty, so since we are on Zoom, you've now been signified your acceptance of the conditions of membership offered to you. But right now you cannot sign the chapter roll. But after this, we do ask you to go to Ruta's at your free time and then write your name down on the chapter roll. And then right now, the vice president is going to read off the names. And yeah.
All right. Here are inductees: Mary Frances Allen, Jennifer Arnold, Elise Balak, Alina Castillo, Hallie Davis, Audra Gertie, Michael Heller, Julia McNamara, Marie Pinzone, Catriona Seibel, Jordan Spradin, Joseph Veronica, and Giles Webinger.
Alrighty, we welcome you to our chapter and look forward to our fellowship.
All right, I apologize for the glitch there. But yes, all of our Psi Chi inductees, great job. And yes. With that, I think we're moving on next to the Scholastic Achievement Awards. These will be presented by Dr. Masterson.
Yes, congrats. I mean, this was, again, we literally sit there, you know, as a group or on Zoom this time and talk. It's amazing how much we're splitting hairs between a 3.89 and a 3.9 something. It's really astounding. You know, so this award is given for those who have the highest major GPA, with consideration also looking at overall GPA. I mean, you know, it's one thing to have, you know, a couple semesters that you're doing well, but to consistently do well, you know, and sort of really achieving, despite, especially in this time last year and this year, it's been really, there's been a lot of reasons to have challenges with learning. So I think it's even more amazing to see how academically strong and gifted and committed these individuals are that have won this award in this time. I mean, it's hard to be motivated. You know, half the fun is being in class with each other, and you guys have, I mean, all of you have managed to persevere extremely valiantly. So we're so appreciative. This again was a hard one to sort of discern. I think, like, again, you have like people with 3.8s who aren't getting this award, which is insane, which just tells you about these people at the top. So let's list them. Give them a nice little round of applause. I think this is pretty badass. All right. Erin, again, Erin's name, the A and the, Erin Ahern, amazing job. I feel like there's another person, isn't there? Am I crazy? Yeah, I'm like, I think there, yeah. Emily Barney, congrats. Bethany Jewell, amazing. Gina Tellerico, right? Fab 4. I think that's it, but I don't remember off the top of my head, but this is amazing. So let's really give them a little round of applause. That's a great work. And this is in classes, some classes they're loving, some classes, are challenging and maybe not their main area of interest, and they're still achieving brilliantly. So I'm really proud of you guys. And on behalf of our department, great work.
All right. So now one of the highlights of the ceremony, the DiCaprio Awards. There's going to be 3 of us presenting the DiCaprio Awards, again, because as Dr. Yost said earlier, we had such a hard time differentiating the top people that we just picked the several top people and more than some of the most ever. The first person to present, the first DiCaprio winner is Dr. Swenson.
Well, I think it's important to read what the DiCaprio Award is about, because it really, many of us feel as though it's really the highest award that we can give in the psychology department, because it combines so many different things. I'm really pleased today to present this award to Sophia DeBacco. Sophia typifies for me what the DiCaprio Award really represents. And I'd like to say a few words, a few words about Sophia. A top student in every way, Sophia graduated last December. Since then, she's been volunteering at Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital. At Rainbow, where visitors in the hospital rooms are severely restricted due to the pandemic, she has been running the Skittles fish cart through the hallway. I think she's already mentioned this to you, as well as the Smiles with Styles cart and the smoothie cart. But what I love are the little videos that she made for the YouTube Rainbow channel for children to watch in their rooms when nobody was there to visit with them. My grandchildren and I have particularly enjoyed the Making Snow ice cream video. We have watched it several times, and we have actually made snow ice cream several times. Everyone who tasted the snow ice cream really loved it. Nobody didn't like it, but there were several people who were afraid to try it. So it was a hit overall, I would say. This was in Boston, where there was a lot of snow this year. Sophia just told me this afternoon that she had been awarded the University Hospital's Volunteer for All Seasons Award, which I believe to be the highest award that University Hospitals gives to a volunteer, and not necessarily one at Rainbow, but one throughout the university hospitals. So congratulations on that, Sophia. Sophia will attend the Child Life and Behavioral Health graduate program at the University of Pittsburgh in the fall. So congratulations, Sophia. I've really enjoyed having you in my classes.
Thank you, Dr. Swenson.
Would you like to say a few words for your acceptance speech, Sophia?
Oh boy.
Putting you on the spot here, but.
Yeah, well, thank you, Dr. Swenson, for all those words. That was really kind. Yeah, as she said, I graduated in the winter, and it's just been really good even just to see everybody's faces today. I've missed just seeing the familiar faces of students and professors in the psych department the past few months. But yeah, I am really excited to continue my education at the University of Pittsburgh, specifically for Child Life. And Dr. Swenson's been just a huge help with the hospitalized child practicum and my time at Rainbow. So yeah, I'm very thankful for this, and I'm gonna miss everybody so much. Thanks.
Keep in touch.
Okay, the next presenter is Dr. Yost.
I have the pleasure of introducing the next two award winners, and I've also had the pleasure of working with both students on research for the last 3 semesters. 401 last spring, their honors thesis in the fall, and also continuation of their honors thesis today. So the next award winner is Erin Ahern and Bethany Jewell. So Erin and Bethany, if you could maybe give us a brief summary of your honor theses.
Sure, thank you. So for my honors project, I'm pretty much done with it. I'm looking at how race and political affiliation affect opinions on police brutality. And it's kind of a build off of what I did for 401. 401, I was looking more at jury decisions to let a case have an appeal and overturn convictions. So it's in a pretty similar realm. So it's been really interesting to see those results and to kind of think about what they mean. And it's obviously a very relevant topic. So super excited, super thankful for Dr. Yost's help, and I'm thankful for this award. So thank you.
Bethany?
Like Erin's, my project was also kind of like combined with my 401. So I've been working on it for about a year. So my 401 project examined the best way to like experimentally manipulate state self-esteem, which was going to be a variable in my larger study. So the goal of my larger study was to examine how things like state self-esteem, ego, threat, and feedback, and also question framing can kind of manipulate risk-taking decisions. So whether someone's more likely to make a risky decision or less likely to make a risky decision. And I just got to present this work at Celebration and also at MPA this semester. So it's just been great, and I found some interesting results in my research, and it's something I would like to continue someday if possible. So thank you, Dr. Yost. Thank you for this award, and thanks for all your help.
You're welcome. And I'd just like to make a couple comments about both Erin and Bethany's research. Is, they're, as undergraduates, conducting research in a programmatic way, as they both said that they chose a topic in Psych 401 and then in independent research for their honors thesis, conducted follow-up studies and built on the research they had done in the past. Bethany, in particular, she developed her study was a test between 2 different theories. Self-esteem theory has a prediction for what would happen in our experiment, and then Kahneman Tversky's prospect theory in terms of risk aversion also had a separate hypothesis. So Bethany did a great job of designing an experiment that could test which theory would kind of win out based on the data that she collected.
Excellent, well deserved. I'll announce the final DiCaprio winners. So the first is Emily Barney. The first time that I met Emily was in my psychology of addiction class, which she did service in, and she talked about earlier. And I was really struck by 2 things. The first was, we had a paper, a large paper due in that class, probably way too long of a paper, to be honest, because it was like a 20-page paper. And she wrote the best paper I think I've ever read in a course, and it was integrating the course information with her experiences in the detoxification unit at St. Vincent. charity hospital. And, you know, I was struck by the quality and also of the writing, and also of the empathy that she had for the people there. Throughout the rest of her schooling, Emily has been very successful. She's very bright, you know, near perfect GPA, while also being in the honors program, which is quite the accomplishment. um, and you know, on top of her strong ability, she's also just a really good person, very dependable, very mature. And I'll end on a story to illustrate that. So Emily did research with me a couple summers ago as a part of being awarded the Colin Weaver Summer Undergraduate Research Fellowship. And we conducted a study where she had to run roughly, I don't know, 400 or 500 different analyses. And so she ran all of the analyses over the summer, and then I had to tell her, hey, I made a very small mistake before we ran these analyses, and it's probably not going to change anything, but we need to run all of them again. And she didn't skip a beat, and she ran them, didn't complain, not a hint of entitlement, and really just a super dependable and a good person, and very well deserving of the DiCaprio Award. So Emily, would you mind saying a few words, please?
Yeah, I think I complained, just not to you, but but it was fine. Thank you so much, Dr. T, for saying all that, and thank you to all the faculty that are on here. I mean, the experiences that I've had at John Carroll, the service learning that Dr. T mentioned, and like the research opportunities, I know Dr. Frazier kind of mentioned it a little before, it's just so different from, I think, other undergrad institutes, and the amount of help that we get from the faculty and the professors, and just how supportive everyone is just great. I've done other research with Dr. T on the MMPI, and I'm going next year to Kent State to work under Dr. Joseph Ben Porath to continue that MMPI research. And I definitely wouldn't have been able to get where I am today without all of the help from the faculty and support from everyone else at John Carroll. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Emily. And then the final awardee is Gina Talerco. The first time that I met Gina was at a Meet Your Major event that Dr. Masterson had organized. And I believe that was first semester of Gina's freshman year. And I was struck by how, even as a sophomore, she was very mature, you can tell she's a very kind person, very bright, intelligent. And my first impression of her was definitely bore out as I got to know her more in teaching her and doing research with her. Just an extremely bright individual who was also very mature and kind. Gina also did a summer undergraduate research fellowship with me the year after Emily. Funny story, she ran several hundred analyses, and I found out at the end that I made one very small mistake. So she had to redo all of those analyses. And Gina also did not complain, at least to my face. She was still very grateful for the experience. And that project that she wrote up will soon be published in American Psychological Association journal. Gina will be going next year on to earn her master's, to work towards her master's in BCBA at the premier master's program in the United States, the Florida Institute of Technology. Gina, could you please say a few words?
Well, thank you all so much. I didn't expect this. So like Sophia, I also graduated in December, so it's so nice to see everyone, all of your faces, and congrats to everyone. Yeah, I would just say that I think the psychology department is the best department at John Carroll. I came to John Carroll, I had no idea what I wanted to do, but through my psychology classes, service learning, research, I found my path, and I'm just so grateful for all the professors and mentors and students that I've met. So congrats to everyone. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what all amazing things that you all do. So thank you so much.
Excellent. So congratulations to all the DiCaprio Award winners and all of the award winners overall. Just a phenomenal group of students. So to finish, we have a celebratory toast with Dr. Masterson.
I told you guys to get your drink of choice. It does not have to be alcoholic, but in my case it is. Thanks for Dr. Benforth and her. Oh, look at you, Gina. Even Gina, that's the only one I see right now. But, you know, I am, oh, sorry, getting blown up right now. I'm a child psychologist, and I think, you know, I just sort of want to toast you guys, but I want to give you a little words of wisdom. And I actually encourage the faculty, if they have any, you know, sort of short things to say. My biggest piece of advice for you guys is to just stay young and curious and stay young at heart. Be a yes person, have fun. Don't take yourselves and, you know, the challenges too seriously, and celebrate your achievements. I say this a lot. I think one of the best things I've learned from working with individuals with autism and developmental disabilities, and it's truly something I strive to do, and I really wish you all would do more, is to really, again, celebrate your victories, be proud of yourself, don't criticize yourself, see your greatness. It does the world no good to, you know, doubt yourselves. Be confident. We are so confident in you, and just stay young at heart, man. That's all I got to say. Just the life, have a fun life. And also always be there. You know, you're our little, I mean, I'm a little biased because again, I'm a mental health person, but as psychology, you know, majors and minors, you guys are our mental health advocates out there. You know, go out there and reduce stigma, go out there and talk, go out there and ask if people are okay, and maybe don't take them at their first answer. Take care of each other, take care of the world. I'm so grateful that you guys are out there fighting the good fight, doing the good work out there. I couldn't be prouder. So cheers to you guys. I don't know if anyone wants to say anything first. We can cheers and drink, and then if there's more words of wisdom, I drank a little because I was eating. Cheers. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. Class of 2021, you've endured a lot. I love seeing your faces. I'm so proud. And go thank your family and guardians too. They produce pretty great people. Mwah. Cheers. I want to see who's having fun. Dr. Yost, are you not drinking? Do you need a beer? Denise, you're having a beer, right?
I didn't bring one. Do you have an extra?
I do. It's what Dr. Benforth does. It's in her thing. And I even have a bottle opener.
Yes, my mini fridge is stocked.
What?
My mini fridge is stocked.
I know it is. I'll be right back.
Ruta saved me.
Oh, she gave it to you?
Yeah, Ruta gave me a beer.
Exactly.
And that's why she's the administrative assistant of the year.
Exactly.
Yes, let's add that on her acceptance speech.
I think we should ice Ruta. I'm just saying. Ruta, do you know what that is?
Ruta, this upcoming week, you might find an ice in your office.
And
it might not
on one knee and drink it. Fast, but we could do like a little Cabernet and in a Dixie cup instead. Any advice, you guys? I want to hear a little bit, another word of wisdom or something you wish you knew, just something little. Sherry, you have anything? Does Kenny have anything to say? No words. Anyone?
Kenny has a lot to say, and it's better that he not say it, so no.
I want to challenge Dr. T to see who can drink a beer faster. No, I'm just kidding.
You're on. I'm down. I just need a beer now.
If MPA next year, Anthony will.
Yeah.
Fight classes are easier.
Yes. We do have Tracy video with some words of wisdom. Should we go to that?
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, that might.
All right, let's do that.
Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain. When I believed in forever and everything would stay the same. Now my heart feel like December when somebody say your name. Cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day. Hey. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Hey, hey. But everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I never felt so lost. And I felt all of the hatred was too powerful to stop. And my heart feel like an ember and it's lighting up the dark. I'll carry these torches for you, and you know I'll never drop. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Yeah, yeah. But everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. Memories bring back your.
So proud. Now, what do you think, Anthony? Are we
I think, we have concluding remarks from Dr. Yost. And that should complete our program.
Well, thank you, Anthony. Thanks to Dr. T and Dr. Masterson for organizing, and Ruda for organizing the presentation. Dr. T for being the best MC. I like that, that rhyme, Dr. T, the MC. Check him out on YouTube. I'd like to end with just a concept, a phrase, a quote, the best quote I've ever read about the role of being a teacher, professor. And that is that our job is to encourage students. And that seems relatively simple until you look at the word encourage and what it actually means. It literally means to give courage. And I see that's what our role as faculty is to give you the courage it takes to pursue your goals. It takes courage to do internships. It takes courage to, explore your research interests and, dive deep into research. It took courage to be resilient this year to finish within a pandemic. And so, as Dr. Masterson said, is reflect on your successes and don't doubt yourself. You guys have shown great resilience, amazing courage, and we've been fortunate enough as faculty to witness that. One of my it's kind of bittersweet, but is to see, to meet you guys as freshmen and then to see where you are today. I know you guys can see the growth that happens within yourself in just a very short period of time, in 4 years. And, you know, as faculty, we get great joy in witnessing that growth also. And heed to Dr. Masterson's warning, you better stay in touch or else. Thank you.
For sure.
Tracy, you want to send us off?
I guess. I mean, I think if anyone wants to stay here and just finish their drinks, I'll stay for a few.
I'll stop. I'm going to stop recording then, and we could just hang out.
Oh yeah. No, but I'm